called it.
Did I?
The Hound.
Oh yeah.
You called it.
Yeah, well, I was kind of going by all the big obsessive nerdy fans out there who they called it.
Take
I
the
borrowed.
credit first.
Genius borrows.
Genius borrows. It does.
Genius
Copy
borrows.
with pride.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good to see him again.
Good enough to see him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of liked this episode. I liked the way it started with the Hound coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
And it ended with Arya possibly having a brush with death. Yeah.
Interesting.
Nice little bit of
interesting.
poetic symmetry with those two characters. She's not dead, of course, though.
She's not dead.
She's not dead. Absolutely no way on earth the writers would be so fucking lazy to kill her at that stage in that season after so much.
Well, I would be,
building.
especially like when she did the like little bit of a swift movement with the coins. Did you notice that little quick way your man could hardly see her move, and you thought, right, she's going to be interesting.
I thought that whole scene with her being killed by the waif disguised as Granny and then rolling into the water and then struggling out and limping through the streets, I thought the whole thing was a little bit lame-ass, to be honest.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was just kind of like, let's give them a bit, in an episode that was very low on incident, let's give them a little bit of a talking point for everyone to go mad about on Twitter for a week.
I thought actually it was quite good seeing her walking and realising she'd absolutely nobody. I thought that was kind of interesting. She had nobody to help her. And she was cut a good few times.
I think she's a very silly lady walking around like that in broad daylight.
She's been stabbed 3 times.
It paralleled with the Hound walking through the quiet aisle, though.
Say that again. What was that?
I said it.
From the. Go.
It paralleled with the Hound walking through the quiet aisle.
You need to explain that now to
Jessica.
Yeah, he was walking through dead people. And she was
Yes.
walking through live people, about like feeling like she was about to die.
Yeah.
He was alive, walking through dead people, and this like is the exact same setup for the scene. They could be parallel, like you could put them on top of each other.
No,
That's what I said. I just said that.
See? No, you didn't though.
I pretty much said exactly that.
You didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, it
I mean, it's just an
and it
idea,
took-
and it's clearly just a. It's just
No,
a
but I
move.
like that. I mean, I get it. Well, it'd be nice if those two got along because it is kind of a kid and a beast, like hanging
Well,
around.
they
You want them to be
could
friends.
kind of-
Like he'd be a great ally for her.
That was it, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, the assumption is now he's taking off to go to King's Landing to join the big faith militant church there, and he's going to be in the trial by combat against the Mountain, against his brother. Isn't that kind of the assumption?
Possibly.
He's going to return. Oh, you don't know about this?
Well, of course I don't know what comes up
Let
next.
me
I mean,
let me
he's
tell
not-
you.
we don't even-
So,
You do not have to accept that, by the way.
on. You're inviting me on.
Yeah, and then do that.
I just have this very strong feeling, me and billions of people out there,
That he's going
on
to
the
go
Twitter
to
sphere,
Milton.
that it's going to be Clegane versus Clegane. Clegane Bowl, they're calling it.
Like the bastard boat.
It's going to be the Mountain versus the Hound, and that's going to be the trial by combat for Cersei.
So Cersei's going to get it, is what you're thinking.
I think we were talking about this. I think you're going to see the descent of the Lannisters now. You're going to see the power being taken from them completely. I think one of them will die before the season is over. Like either Cersei or Jaime. I think Jaime. I think Jaime's going to get it. What do you think, Diarmid? You've been very quiet today.
Am I allowed to talk?
We'll let you today.
Thank you. No, I think there'll be a comeback from the Lannisters.
That's also possible.
We've got a season and 3 episodes for the Lannisters to die and
But
then
nothing's going to happen with Jaime. I'm pretty sure. So Cersei is, and I can't see anything.
Well, Cersei, we know
Cersei's going
Cersei.
to be the jewel, right? And so we'll find out then at the end.
Okay, well, Cersei still has to bury her 3rd child. If the prophecy is to be
Yeah.
heeded.
I think she's going to kill her 3rd child.
You think Cersei's going to do it?
Yeah.
You've just made that up right now.
Or he's going to kill himself.
Or he's going to kill himself.
Yeah. He's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Tom-
He
Tommen.
messed up. Yeah.
No, I feel sorry for him. I wanted to hate him. He hasn't
Why
been
don't
through
I
that
hate
much.
him? I mean,
He's a bit of a weed, though. I mean, he went straight in and followed the Sparrow,
Yeah.
and his brother was a weed too. Like they are pretty weed-esque. No?
He's going to die in that whole kind of battle thing against the faith militant. He's going to come to a climax when they try to wrestle control from the High Sparrow.
Yeah.
And who's going to try and wrestle control from?
Cersei
She
saying
doesn't have an army. The Lannister army's left King's Landing.
she still has the Mountain, and she's still got the Kingsguard as well.
But theirs is only small.
That's only like
Well,
15
we
people.
saw a preview of next
No.
week's episode.
Oh, you've watched it already?
Yeah.
That's fine. That's okay.
Whatever.
See, sure,
We have to block that out now and
know.
pretend at the end.
Okay, Leanna Mormont, the other person everybody's talking about on
She's
Twitter.
brilliant.
Leanna Mormont.
So funny.
So she's a Twitter person.
No, she's the
No,
kid
no.
who's in charge
Yeah.
of Bear Island.
Lady Mormont, the little one. who
Just
John
slow
was
it now. What?
Okay.
Are we
So-
talking about somebody on Twitter?
on the
No,
show.
so
On the show.
Jon Snow, Sansa, and Sir Davos go to Bear Island.
Oh, stop with the 62
Yeah.
soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny, that wasn't it?
That's
How many soldiers could he grant us? And I was waiting, it's kind of like, 12 or something.
Oh, well, I thought 62 was her way of saying, 62k, like 62 grand, so I'd just say 62. But
No,
it was actually just
62
62.
62.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a cool character as well because she kind of there's more references to Lyanna Stark,
Okay.
who is going to become more and more important as we go on. I think.
Okay.
Because I think there'll probably be a reveal, possibly, of Jon Snow's parentage. So they they keep referencing her over and over. So in this instance, she was named after Lyanna, who was also supposedly quite a feisty girl who used to enjoy
Okay.
sword fighting and playing, at war and things like that. Things that ladies wouldn't do in this time.
At Farina Maya says, "This little chick is a badass. Lady Leanna Mormont. Worship emoji."
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
She
She was great now, in fairness.
yeah, it was a great scene, and she was a great character, and she's really kind of lit up. She kind of stole the show, it seems, with this.
Well, you had
this
three pretty
episode.
powerful characters in the room there, and she kind of, it wasn't for Sir Davos given his kind of,
He's
poor
good,
smuggler
he's good with
story.
kids, isn't he, Sir Davos? He's good with kids,
Shouldn't leave them alone,
you
though.
know.
Sorry. No, it's just,
What
it could
did
be
he-
a bit weird as well. if
I
we say
missed
things
that.
like
Actually.
He's
No.
good.
He's good with kids. You remember
No,
Stannis'
no,
daughter?
my brain's just going.
That's awful.
That's awful. Yeah, no, he's good.
We'll cut
Well, I
that.
mean, he did let the other kid die, like so
Yeah,
as well.
well, he didn't know she was going to be burned at the stake.
didn't know.
Well, he knew it was a
He still-
possibility.
but
he
he
was
was-
watching out, and he watched out, and he backed
He
off.
still doesn't know what happened to her.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Does he not?
He doesn't know.
No.
He,
That's
he
what I
left,
said.
he
He got
left
a
to Castle Black
non-answer,
at that
yeah.
stage.
I look over here for help, and he just keeps looking away from me.
Now, we were saying that a major character is going to die. At least one major character is going to die before the end of this. If they touch Sir fucking Davos, I'm going to riot.
Right.
I won't be happy.
Really?
He'll talk
I
his
think
way out of it.
he's my favourite.
Of all the
I
characters,
think he is my favourite, yeah.
over Tyrion. That's because you haven't seen much of Tyrion that you're saying that. You're going off Tyrion too, are you?
I'm not gone off Tyrion. He's a great character and he's really well written, but he's just kind of one of those obvious favourite characters, isn't he? I mean, he's good, but he's
Oh, obvious.
People's
I don't know.
favourite.
Obvious.
He's a people's favourite, but he's also like he's
For a
kind of-
reason.
Have you know?
Jesus.
For a reason! It's Tyrion!
I know, but that's kind of it, isn't it? It's like, it's Tyrion. He's great, but also like he's just.
Go on.
Who's your favourite character? Mine's Tyrion.
Oh, so it's predictable. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, it's not necessarily. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I don't know. I don't want to be like. I don't want to offend anyone.
Say it.
But do offend somebody. Absolutely
everyone.
a fucking
You're not.
offend.
This isn't Twitter.
That he's sort of like a. I don't know. Men like him because he's like he's kind of like this one-liner type, like he's kind of an asshole, but he's also, smart and clever, and guys buy those shirts that are like
Quotes of his. on
yeah,
it.
quotes of his.
He's
and just
basically like a tiny version of Hank from Californication.
I'm going to
That's-
block out those logical points. What do you think of that now?
Bollocks.
Oh!
I think Sir
Yeah.
Davos is a great guy. I think he was blinded by the whole Stannis thing, but I think there's he's an excellent man there.
They all
Excellent
have their
man.
flaws. Like Jon Snow, you would say,
And
like...
he talks like that.
What?
He talks like that.
Well, he was a bit pathetic in front of the girl, and like Sansa wasn't much better too, and even her little pipe up at the next house that came along, she spoke up, and she'd no follow through, and I thought, like, is that it, Sansa? Is that all you've got? Like, no?
Well, as Rosetta said about Sansa, your face when you realise you have to text the guy you just blew off a fortnight ago. Hashtag Sansa problems. So this is in reference to the fact that Sansa is probably now writing to Littlefinger to say, send up the Knights of the Vale to help us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After 2 weeks ago saying, I never want to see you again, you're horrible, you're this, you're that, the other. And him going,
Okay.
okay, Sansa, I'm sorry.
Well, good thing
And
he's a
so-
creepy bastard who will do anything she says because she looks like her mother.
I think Littlefinger's been planning this the entire time.
Well, there's a
Planting
fan,
the Boltons
yeah,
there.
there's a fan theory
Yeah.
that he's in charge of everything. Like every incident, he's behind everything. That's what some fans are saying.
He turns around to Sansa and says, right, marry me and I'll send up the Knights of the Vale, we'll go and kick ass.
Mm.
It's kind of not as bad a deal as her previous husbands.
No, I suppose not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
What do you think, Frank?
He did betray her father and have him killed, so I don't know. It's kind of bad as well.
Oh,
If
he
you
is
wanna
a
fight
slippery
back that.
bollocks of the highest order. The
What do you
slippers.
think?
He's probably done with marrying.
Yes,
some-
she first.
No, you didn't.
It reminds me a bit of at Videhi 129's tweet, where she pondered very philosophically, watching hashtag Game of Thrones is a very long process. First you watch, and then you spend like an hour afterwards texting and tweeting about it. I feel it. I feel, isn't that how we all feel, isn't it, guys? Yeah. Theon and Yara. On
Yeah.
it, on the lash.
Yeah, I didn't
Only
think
Theon
that she
doesn't
was
like. Theon
into
used to be the biggest, womanizer,
Love Yara.
whoremonger, and drinker in the world, and now he's none of those things.
Yeah.
And his sister turns out is, so they're definitely related.
Yeah.
And she's saying, "Oi, look at me,
Yeah,
look at me."
I just want to shag the tits
Yeah,
off this one.
neither of us have a knob, but I'm going for it.
Yeah, I'm going to make up
And,
for the two of us.
Yeah, and either you buck up and get your shit together,
Or kill yourself.
or kill yourself.
Yeah, that was a lovely
And
thing
you
to
see him,
say.
he necks the ale, and he just gives it this look, like he's back. I'm back. You know.
Yeah, I don't
So-
know.
He didn't really neck that ale.
He didn't. I thought he was pathetic.
No, she
with the
kind
ale,
of
like, I mean,
drink it. The episode is called The Broken Man.
Yeah.
So we can say, okay, this is obviously about the Hound, and the
Yeah.
Hound kind of being broken and coming back. But you can say it is also possibly about Theon, about that kind of
Okay.
that look that he gives Yara, like, you know, yeah, I'm gonna bloody well do this. I'm gonna bloody
Yeah.
well do this. Jaime Lannister was a broken man,
Okay.
and he is still a bit broken. He is still. There's a
Yeah.
fragility to him. Before he was like one of the greatest fighters in all Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah.
He's not anymore. And I think all this stuff that's happening at the moment, him down in Riverrun, I think that's going to lead. I think we've seen the seeds of his demise planted in this episode.
I would have
Yeah.
thought actually now is the time for him to prove himself because he has been a bit light,
Yeah.
and I think your man kind of totally dismissed him, and now he's going to show.
And
what
we
he's
saw
made of.
Bronn back. We haven't seen Bronn for ages.
Yeah.
And Bronn reminded him. He said, like, if it was a fight between an old man and a one-armed man, and I put my money on the old man.
Fuck.
You see, she dies. I told you.
They show it in the.
Now.
Order your man to step aside or there will be violence.
I choose violence. Should I fail to persuade the Blackfish to surrender, and if you attack the castle, honor compels me to fight you.
I love Cersei, and if I have to slaughter every Tully who ever lived to get back to her, that's what I'll do.
It's picking up a gear.
It is,
It's
yeah.
picking
It
up a
has
gear
to.
now. That's pretty cool.
They're not pod. They had him by the.
Oh, that's your man, the little lad.
The squire.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
won't
he won't
die.
go. They won't kill him. But they probably will if there's nobody else to kill.
Ah, no.